The following program is brought to you by Pizza Productions.
Oh, snap. We are back with an all-new episode of the Totally Necessary Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host with the most, Kevin Porter. We're here with another episode for the week that was professional wrestling, at least regarding WWE Raw, Smackdown, and the always good NXT. Ladies and gentlemen, how you guys all doing this week, man? Feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good, dude. We watched all three shows. We got through them all. And for the most part, I found this week to be pretty entertaining. You know, this week wasn't that bad in regards to what we saw on TV. We can just go ahead and jump in. I know that's what you guys are here for. You guys aren't here for anything else. We're all here to talk a little bit about professional wrestling. So we kicked it off with Seth Rollins returning home, man. The dude's from Iowa. Raw this week came from Iowa, so here we are. Seth Rollins met all of his challengers, it looks like. At least, ultimately, the idea behind Monday Night Raw this last week was that they were going to determine who the number one contender is for Seth Rollins' Universal Championship. But to kick Raw off, we met all six men that would be competing throughout the night in two triple threat matches. The winner of each match would go on to face the winner of the other triple threat match in the main event of the evening. Thus, the winner of that facing Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank here. I kind of called it in my head. I don't know. If you're like me, dude, and you've been watching professional wrestling for fucking a long time, it's like, okay, who's going to fight Seth Rollins? Like, I either thought it was going to be Drew McIntyre or AJ Styles. Those were my two picks. I was a little surprised, going in later the night when we got to the finals of, it being who it was, but nonetheless, I wasn't that surprised, I guess. I mean, it is WWE. He seems to be their golden child right now. That would be one Baron Corbin. I don't know how this guy keeps winding up in the fucking main events of Monday Night Raw, dude. So Seth Rollins kicked it off with Triple H in the ring, doing their best father-son impression. So again, we saw a brief little, intros. We saw entrances from all six competitors, each cutting a brief promo. It seems pretty fucking like something we've seen before on Monday Night Raw. I mean, this isn't anything new in regards to, the way they determine the number one contender, which I don't have a problem with the triple threat matches. And really, I don't have a problem with the, everybody, coming out and saying, "Oh, I want to challenge." I mean, it makes sense. They're stating what, they want and why they want it. Albeit formulaic, it's not the most boringest thing, I think, in a way to determine a number one contender here. So again, our entrance for the night here was The Miz, Rey Mysterio, Samoa Joe, Drew McIntyre, AJ Styles, and Baron Corbin. We kicked off the first match of the night, and probably like my favorite match, at least on Monday Night Raw. I'm not too sure if this is my favorite match of the week. AJ Styles versus Rey Mysterio versus Samoa Joe, dude. This was a pretty fucking unique pairing to see on Monday Night Raw. Obviously, Samoa Joe comes over from SmackDown, being the U.S. champion. Dude, I want to fucking Samoa Joe at some point will hold a WWE championship, like whether that be the Universal or the actual WWE championship. I don't know. I thought the match with these three was pretty fucking cool, dude. And plus, AJ Styles apparently has never had a one-on-one or an encounter with Rey Mysterio. I guess that's something that they said. I didn't really catch exactly if it was like, a one-on-one encounter or like, I assume ever. I guess I could Google it and we could find out. But I think they said it was the first time ever, dude. So that's pretty cool, man. I like the finish, how AJ Styles did the Styles Clash on Rey Mysterio onto Samoa Joe, and I thought that was pretty cool. And then he covered Samoa Joe and shit and got the fucking win and advanced to the finals later on in the evening. Our second match on Monday Night Raw was Naomi taking on Billie Kay. This match didn't go that long. I'm pretty sure it went just a little bit over a minute, maybe a minute and a half. Billy Kay and Peyton Royce, they really aren't the best of wrestlers, but at the same time, I still like their shtick, as goofy and as like, cliche type fucking, shit they're doing. I don't know, is cliche even like the right way to even say it right there? I'm trying to think of like, not necessarily cliche, but like, it's not like they're breaking grounds in comedy. It's just shtick shit or something like that. I don't know. I'm not grasping the word that I'm wanting to use. It's lame. The jokes are pretty lame, I guess. They're taking lame jokes, and I don't know. It's just the way they do it. I mean, because it doesn't matter the material. It's about the way you present it. And I think they do it with confidence. They're good on the mic. Like, they got their shtick down, dude. So I don't mind Billy Kay and Peyton Royce. So okay, so Naomi gets the win here. I'm not too sure exactly what they're doing moving forward in regards to the women's tag team championship. Obviously, if you jump over to SmackDown, we saw Peyton Royce lose in pretty decent fashion to Kairi Sane. Again, I don't know. I mean, I would assume each one's going to get a title shot, and I assume Naomi's going to have a partner at some point. Here, and then they're going to have a tag team match with these guys. I don't know, guys. I'm trying to get hyped up for this shit, but I guess, fuck it. Whatever, dude. It wasn't the best fucking part of Raw. It definitely was not the best part of Raw, so fuck it. Motherfucking fuck it. Got to pick up the energy, Kevin Porter. We got to bring it every single week. It's just like sitting here. I'm like all stoned. I'm like, I'm falling asleep right now. Shit. Maybe, that was everybody else too. Maybe everybody else was like, fuck this week of wrestling. Like, what? This week sucked. What are you talking about, man? The Miz took on Drew McIntyre and Baron Corbin in the second triple threat match. This is, apparently, we saw Miz and Drew McIntyre and Baron Corbin go at it at one point. I didn't really pay attention too much to this match here. I thought Drew McIntyre was going to win. Baron Corbin comes in at the end after the Claymore kick was applied to the Miz and stole the victory. So it was going to set up Baron Corbin taking on AJ Styles in the main event to determine the number one contender. We saw Sami Zayn address the WWE Universe, dude. Fucking Sami Zayn is killing it every single fucking week, dude. He's just, you could tell he's devoting himself to whatever gimmick that he's trying to get over at this time here. And it's probably like one of the better highlights on, fucking wrestling right now is Sami Zayn. And I like it, dude. I mean, I can't wait to see more. So I know you guys are enthusiastic about Sami Zayn, right? So we saw Cedric Alexander take on Cesaro. Oh, Cesaro is on Raw and he's getting a singles push. I guess Sheamus is out with a concussion, so I guess you got to get Cesaro. It's nice to see him in a singles run. I mean, we haven't seen singles push for Cesaro in quite some time, and at least a good 2 years, at least 2 years. So I'm all for it. Sucks for Cedric Alexander. I mean, I think there was a couple of people that lost this week. Cedric Alexander being one of them, where you're just kind of like questioning why were they even put into this position in the first place. But I mean, there's only so many roles on wrestling, and I don't know. You make your debut on Monday Night Raw. I mean, they've obviously factored in the fact that wins and losses don't mean shit on WWE television, which sometimes it kind of gets a little fucking. It gets a little, it gets fucking boring. Just say it the least. It gets fucking boring, just going back and forth. Like, it's pretty fucking predictable. Oh, he won last week. He's gonna win again. You know what I mean? Like, or he's not gonna win, and they're just gonna trade it back and forth. Who the fuck cares? Like, who the fuck cares at that point? So I wouldn't be surprised if Cedric Alexander picks up a win down the road against Cesaro to get his heat back. Whatever. So we saw the Lucha House Party taking on the newly minted Viking Raiders. So they dropped the Experience and kind of went half and half. I wish they would have gone War Experience. I think that would have been a little bit cooler rather than the Viking Raiders. Because watching NXT this week, I mean, the whole thing with War Raiders or War Machine is that when they come out, the crowd's just like war, 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 and it's like real fucking catchy. That's that's kind of their gimmick. And with this whole name change on Raw, like they've lost that. They can't do war anymore. I mean, you're not like Raiders. I mean, I guess you gotta. They're not gonna do that. The crowd's not gonna do that. So fuck you, Vince McMahon, for fucking changing the name, dude. I don't care, dude. I don't care. Like, fine, Viking Raiders. Like, if they're as good as they seem to be, they're gonna get over with whatever, dude. So, just like fuck, dude. I mean, I watch NXT and then I watch fucking see them on Raw, and it's like two completely different fucking wrestlers. They didn't even do the lower key for them this week on NXT just for the fact like. They're gonna have to put the Viking Raiders there. And so instead they just say fuck it, because it's not like they have to. They said that spoke of them as the War Raiders, and with their Rowan Hansen. It's just what, like, Viking Raiders, and then Ivar and Eric. I don't even know which one's which. I haven't even taken the time to figure that out yet. Like, who's Ivar, the big one, the dude with the huge beard, or like what I mean, like. I don't fucking know. And it's so stupid. It's like, it really, I swear to God, I feel fucking so bad for Triple H, dude. Like, he's sitting there just like biding his fucking time while the old man's just fucking around and fucking his shit up, dude. Like, I get it. Like, your main roster is your main focus. I mean, that's where the money is. Obviously, NXT is a niche thing, even within the WWE fucking, corporation. It's just a niche little side project on the end. I mean, it is, developmental, and they do draw for, their takeovers, and like they're very well received critically. But obviously the main beast is the main roster. But I mean, just if you're booking down there in NXT, I mean, like they've just within the last 2 months, I mean, what was the plan for fucking War Raiders? Like, they should be on a tear on NXT right now. They shouldn't be fucking having to be. I mean, ultimately your goal is to make it to the main roster, but it's just like, dude, like what the fuck? I'm pretty sure Triple H is down there like, what the fuck? Like, I had no idea you were going to do this, and then they have to fucking scramble and change more shit. I mean, they pre-taped like 3 episodes, like, 3 weeks of television at a time, so they're taping like once a month, once a month or whatever. And it's just like, it annoys me. Like, if I was in that position, it's just like, come on, old man. Like, you gotta stop this shit. There has to be a little bit better communication than taking the liberty of like changing names and shit, and like, they're bad guys on Raw, but like they're good guys in NXT. They were never bad guys. And it's just like, okay, all right, what the fuck ever, dude. What the fuck ever. This match went to a no contest. Match never even fucking started. And I mean, it's good to see that they're getting a beatdown. I mean, like, hopefully, I don't have that much confidence, guys. I really don't. I don't have confidence for Ricochet right now. I don't have confidence for fucking the Viking, Raiders. Fuck, dude. I hope the cream always rises to the top. And I really do feel like all these people are very talented and they will stake their claim on the main roster. But it's just like, it's tough seeing it right out of the gate. Becky Lynch took on Alicia Fox. I don't know why this match went several segments. At the end, we saw Lacey Evans come out, knock out fucking Becky Lynch. We're setting up for their match at Money in the Bank. I'm not gonna crap all over this like most people. It is what it is. I like Lacey Evans. I mean, yeah, should she be put in the main event right away? No. Is she going to win the title at Money in the Bank? I don't think so. At least I don't. I really, really hope she doesn't. I don't know how you're going to get out of it, but it is what it is, I guess. It would have been nice to see her like probably stay in NXT for the time. I don't know. Again, like more these people that like you don't think they're ready, but they're just thrown to like sink or swim on the main roster, which again, I guess ultimately, that's where you want to be, but good. I guess it's good that Alicia Fox is back, so sure. Alicia Fox, I don't know. I don't really care about Alicia Fox. Who gives a shit? Ricochet took on Robert Roode, so a newly packaged Robert Roode. Again, much like the Cedric Alexander match earlier in the evening with Cesaro, I mean, you have fucking Robert Roode, kind of changing up his gimmick here, and I liked it. I was actually happy that Robert Roode is getting a push, and that I really hope this gets over, dude. I mean, obviously it's kind of a ploy on Rick Rude. I thought, kind of looked like Joey Ryan, but whatever. I get the Rick Rude fucking vibe, and that's cool, dude. I'm down with that. Ricochet, again, like the cream always rises to the top, and I think he will stake his fucking claim. Maybe not this year, maybe not next year. I don't know. But we move on. We saw the newly minted Bray Wyatt coming out and debuting the Firefly Funhouse. Maybe I'm in the minority, but I actually fucking enjoyed this. Like, this is actually something I thought was really fucking fun. The ending when he chopped out, a stencil cut of himself. I was literally just listening to a podcast where they were talking about how back in the day on some old talk show, George Carlin came out, and because apparently he used to have like some, a different type of, before he became the George Carlin that we know him as, like he did have a different type of, delivery in terms of his, comedy and whatnot. And he was a different type of character. And he came out with a cardboard cutout and then like proceeded to like tear it up basically. And it was literally that same day. And then I see Bray Wyatt come out and basically, do the same. And I'm like, oh shit. Like, look, I'm thinking on the George Carlin level. Cause that's like, George Carlin, he took it to that next level. And I feel like, and again, it's just like, we're just seeing this. Like, it reminds me of fucking Mr. Rogers, Mr. Rogers' house, fucking, Pee-wee's Playhouse, or shit like that. But it's kind of like, whoa, what is this? Like, okay, cool. Like, it's different, it's different than what they normally present on TV and stuff. And it's like, I don't know, man. I'm willing to give it a shot, dude. I'm in that, I may be in that minority, maybe, I don't know, because wrestling's supposed to be fun, dude. And new things is fun. And this is going to be something fucking cool, I think. I really, really think it hopefully can be something fucking cool. AJ Styles took on Baron Corbin in the main event on Monday Night Raw. AJ Styles won. I hate to say that I fast forwarded through an AJ Styles match, but I did. I don't care about Baron Corbin, dude. Like, you knew who was gonna win. You knew who was gonna fucking win, and I was tired. It was the end of the fucking day. I was tired and I wanted to go to bed, and was just like, fuck it. I don't need to see this fucking match. So dude, that's fucking Monday Night Raw. We're gonna see Seth Rollins take on AJ Styles at Money in the Bank. I think that's gonna be an amazing match. And after this week, dude, this show doesn't look that bad coming up, dude. It really doesn't look that fucking bad. So we kicked off Monday Night Raw with Shane McMahon and Elias basically taking it to fucking Roman Reigns. So Shane McMahon basically comes out talking shit about how Roman Reigns, punched out fucking Vince McMahon the week prior, talking about that's his dad and whatnot, which is, fucking, hypocritical as shit, because considering he, grabbed the Miz's dad, 2 months ago, which that's cool. I mean, he's a bad guy. I mean, you're supposed to feed into that shit. So I like that. I did enjoy that aspect of the segment that, here's this guy, trying to convey this message, but yeah, he's a fucking liar, dude. He's a fucking liar. And so, yeah, here we have now, Elias is aligning himself with the McMahon family, which I don't have anything against that. If it gets him out of doing the whole stupid thing that I was complaining about, just last week, about him coming out, just doing the whole Elias fucking gimmick, and, walk with Elias next. Thank God we don't have to see that now if he's involved in this, with Shane McMahon, at least for the time being. So dude, honestly, I don't hate this. I don't hate this. I think this has potential to at least be entertaining. I don't know. Maybe I'm not necessarily looking forward to the Roman Reigns Drifter match, fucking Elias match at Money in the Bank that was announced, later in the evening. But fuck it, dude. If we're gonna get a Shane McMahon Roman Reigns match at SummerSlam, I'm cool with that. Finn Balor took on Andrade. So here we are. Andrade is no longer on Monday Night Raw, guys. All last week when I was like, oh man, I really would like to see Finn Balor and Andrade again. Well, apparently we got that. And yeah, so Andrade staking his claim the week prior against him on Raw, beating Finn Balor. But, again, this 50-50 booking bullshit where losses don't matter. Finn Balor gets the win. It's just I guess you have so much television you have to fill up every single week. I mean, I guess that's just the way it is. Gone are the days where actually like, you had proper build. I don't know, because like it cheapens it. It's like, oh, okay. Finn Balor wins the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. Oh my gosh, like WrestleMania moment, right? It's like he just won it the month prior, 2 months prior, lost it, and then wins it back. Like, why am I supposed to give a shit? Why the fuck am I supposed to give a shit right now? He should never be losing in the fucking first place. Like, yeah, that happens every once in a while, but what the fuck? Doesn't make fucking sense, ladies and gentlemen. It just doesn't make fucking sense. Peyton Royce took on Kairi Sane. We saw Absolution. Well, what was Absolution? Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville talking shit to fucking Paige about this whole Kairi Sane, Asuka tag team. Which sure, every time Paige comes on, and my wife's watching with me, Jessica would fucking talk shit about Paige. She's like, oh, she looks so ugly. I mean, it's all that fucking makeup that's caked up on her face. Then you look over at fucking Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose, and yeah, I gotta say, dude, Sonya Deville, she's looking pretty hot. Mandy Rose, looking pretty hot. I don't think Paige is that ugly. I don't know. Jessica, I think, just being a little too hard on her. So we saw what was supposed to be Chad Gable taking on Jinder Mahal, and apparently they said the shakeup's still going this week. I mean, we had, obviously, Ricochet and Aleister Black are no longer a tag team. Aleister Black is exclusively on SmackDown, and Ricochet is on Monday Night Raw. We saw also within this time frame a backstage segment with Aleister Black. I thought it was really good. I thought his promo, I thought that shit was good, and it's a good way to introduce him. Not just like sending him out there like Ricochet on Monday, and just to fucking lose a match, just to lose the fucking match, man. I have high hopes. I don't know, dude. I'm recapping all the stuff that we saw this week, and I'm not really hating it, dude. Like, the whole Roman Reigns, Shane McMahon thing, it's not like it lasted the whole entire show. There was a couple segments, and that was it. It's not. I don't know. I thought Raw wasn't that bad for the most part outside of Baron Corbin. That's being like the only bad thing. I mean, even this year, Chad Gable. I mean, it sucks for Chad Gable. You hope for the best for him, especially after him and Robert Roode splitting. I hope Robert Roode wins that WWE championship at some point, guys. Like, I really would love to see Robert Roode with the championship someday in WWE. But yeah, Lars Sullivan takes out Chad Gable. Jinder Mahal runs like a bitch. One of his the Singh brothers got attacked. R-Truth comes out. Lars Sullivan just lays everybody out. I don't have anything against this. No Braun Strowman this week on Monday Night Raw. Noted. Yeah. So yeah, Lars Sullivan just takes everybody out. I mean, they're building him up just like they did with Braun Strowman, and hopefully, I don't know. Sometimes you just don't have faith with WWE, and with these big guys, I mean, when the going's hot, they don't pull the fucking trigger. Whether it be Ryback, Braun Strowman, or possibly here with Lars Sullivan if we get that far. It's just like when they need to pull the trigger and give him the title, at the right moment when everybody's fucking like behind the guy and give the guy a push. They don't pull it, and then the guy just falls to obscurity. I mean, albeit, Ryback a little bit harder, but I don't think Braun Strowman's going to fall that far. I think he's going to be a player. I think he will win the title one day. I think he will, definitely, but he's got that rub from, the Big Show and all the big guys on, that were on their way out. He is that big guy now, and I like Braun Strowman. I do like Braun Strowman, so I think he will win the championship one day, but, until then. We saw Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch have a face-to-face. This, we bitch about how kind of like Becky Lynch kind of like lost it a little bit. They're a little bit of a loss of, a little bit of like whatever was making her run special, like it was kind of lost, it kind of cooled down. This is more of what we need to see from Becky Lynch. The interaction with her and Charlotte is it's always good, dude. Like, and again, I am turning the corner with Charlotte, dude. I really am starting to really appreciate, her mic skills a lot more and her wrestling and ring skills. I know the woo, it's even that, like, I'm not like, I guess it's not that bad. I don't know. She's good. They're both fucking good. They're both fucking good together. This is rock stone cold, honestly, in my opinion. This is rock stone cold for the women's division. I mean, we truly are seeing that, 10 years from now, you're going to look back on this as, hey, wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I don't know. We saw the involvement of Bayley. Ultimately, we led to a match with Charlotte and Bayley to determine a number one contender because Becky Lynch will be pulling double duty at Money in the Bank. She'll be defending against Lacey Evans and also the winner of the Charlotte Bayley match. I think this is definitely something I want to see more of. Like, I think like within just like, I was really hoping Bayley would win, but I get why she didn't. But I think just within this match, though, it like totally, just you realize you're like, oh yeah, I forgot Bayley actually can have good fucking matches. Maybe it's like, I don't know, maybe it's just Charlotte bringing it up, out of her or whatnot. I don't know, but I really enjoyed this match. I think this is the best match on fucking SmackDown this week. Definitely the best match on SmackDown. Yeah, I'm trying to think like what else to say. I mean, Charlotte wins. She's going to face Becky at Money in the Bank. So I'm looking forward to Money in the Bank. I'm looking, and I want to see more Bayley. I want to see more Bayley on SmackDown. I think the rosters were mixed up pretty fucking well, dude. Where like I'm pretty decently interested in the new faces on Raw and SmackDown. And I know like these people jump around all the time, and we literally had seen Samoa Joe and Rey Mysterio on Raw within the build up to fucking WrestleMania this year. So I mean, like, is that that special? A month later they're fucking on it permanently. I mean, it's not, but at the same time, like, it's not fucking Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, and Bobby Lashley taking on the fucking Shield. Like, it feels like we've been in a fucking holding pattern on that since since like September, dude. Like, it's good to freshen this shit up, dude. So yeah, again, I'm looking forward to Money in the Bank, guys. I'm enjoying professional wrestling. Kofi Kingston took on Shinsuke Nakamura in the main event here. Non-title match. This is Kofi Kingston's first singles match on TV since WrestleMania. Guys, Kofi defeated Nakamura by disqualification. The match was what it was. I didn't really think it was that special. We had commentary from Kevin Owens and Xavier Woods on the New Day announce desk. I thought it was a pretty fun main event for the most part. Like, I had nothing really bad to say about it. I like Kevin Owens, Xavier Woods. I thought that shit was pretty entertaining for the most part. The match was serviceable. I mean, it wasn't like a fucking bad match or anything, but just, again, it's like, we see so much wrestling on TV. The turn came a little bit sooner than I thought. I thought maybe we could have ran a couple more weeks in regards to Kevin Owens turning on the New Day, but albeit here we are. He attacks Kofi Kingston. He takes out Xavier Woods. I thought this was fucking a damn good fucking segment here to go off fucking SmackDown on Tuesday night. I think, Kevin Owens taking out Xavier. I mean, if that takes out Xavier, then it's Kofi and Kevin Owens on one-on-one. And it means Kofi Kingston doesn't have any backup. And I think that's pretty cool, man. I think that's pretty cool. So I assume we're going to see Kevin Owens take on Kofi Kingston at Money in the Bank. I don't see Kofi dropping the title yet, but I think this feud will be this will be a good one, dude. I think this will hopefully be something good for both of them. And it was a fucking really good SmackDown, actually. I thought SmackDown was it was a decent show. It was a decent show. So on NXT this week here, we saw a handful of matches. There actually wasn't a lot of like promo time for the most part. But NXT, as always, delivers, dude. I am a big fan of NXT. Watch it every single week. So we kicked off NXT with Jackson Ryder versus Humberto Carrillo. This match went pretty fucking short. It was a double count out at 2 minutes and 56 seconds. Riker just beat the shit out of fucking Humberto and, caused the double count out. Ultimately, we saw Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch show up to make the save. Basically, possibly setting up, obviously a 6-on-6 match or 3-on-3 match here with the Forgotten Sons taking on, Lorcan and Burch and possibly Humberto Carrillo, which I'm down to see him more of Carrillo. I've seen him on NXT TV before. Dude's talented. I haven't heard him on the mic or anything, but dude, I'm down to see him, included in this little feud that Lorcan and Birch have been having with the Forgotten Sons here the past, month or whatever, ever since the Dusty tournament. So I got nothing wrong with only Lorcan and Birch. They're kind of like DIY in a sense. I think they're kind of like, in my opinion, could definitely be like that next big tag team down there in NXT. Unless their name's the Street Profits, because I think that's your tag team right there. I'm not saying Lorcan and Birch are ready just yet, but I think Street Profits are fucking ready. Those guys are fucking amazing. We'll get there. So we saw a backstage segment with Adam Cole. In a photo shoot, he was basically asked if Strong will defeat Gargano tonight. Matt Riddle interrupted him and basically just gave him a bunch of fucking shit, dude. Matt Riddle is fucking, dude. Oh, he's my favorite fucking thing in NXT. He quite possibly is my favorite fucking wrestler in wrestling right now. He's just gonna keep getting better, dude. He is just gonna keep getting better. So basically, they teased, an issue between Adam Cole and Matt Riddle. Our next segment was Candice LeRae and Casey Catanzaro. I'm fucking getting tired, guys. Catanzaro, what? Leah taking on versus Aaliyah and Vanessa Bourne. Pretty serviceable match here. Nothing really special, but nonetheless, it's good to see both Candice LeRae and this Casey girl featured. Obviously, she's the one from American Ninja Warrior. Seen her on NXT a couple times, and obviously she was in the Royal Rumble this year. So yeah, good to see them both get some time out there. I think Aaliyah and Vanessa Bourne are both, they're players. They're definitely players on NXT TV. Io Shirai was interviewed in the back about Kairi Sane's loss, and Baszler, fucking Duke and Shavir attacked and laid out fucking Kairi Sane here. So yeah, that's gonna be your next match, man. Baszler and Io Shirai. I don't know if Shirai will take the title away from Baszler. I don't think Baszler needs to be going up anytime soon. And again, seeing her carry it all the way until WrestleMania next year, take over Tampa, I have nothing against that. I wouldn't mind seeing Baszler go on and just go from one opponent to the other. So I think Io Shirai won't be winning the feud, but I think Baszler will continue to move forward in her reign of terror. So they really hyped up Kushida debuting next week on NXT. Kushida's fucking badass, dude. I've seen him, I've watched him, during my time of watching New Japan Pro Wrestling. Obviously, I became aware of Kushida. And dude, I mean, they acknowledge his IWGP junior heavyweight title reigns. Basically, Cassius Ohno showed up. He's been on NXT UK here as of recently, which, damn, dude, we need to start covering that show every week. Like, I don't want to add more shit to this podcast, but at the same time, like, man, I wouldn't mind watching that on the weekly basis, dude, because I catch it whenever, because I watch NXT. I do, though. It's funny because out of everything that airs live, the only thing I do watch live is NXT every single week, because I get off work and I'm able to come home and get on the fucking elliptical, and I spend the hour fucking, exercising and watching NXT. And it comes on at 5 my time here, so it's like perfect fucking timing. So yeah, but no, NXT UK is on at like 4. So all I gotta do is watch that first, then watch NXT, and then we can do the fucking podcast. Maybe we'll start doing that. I don't know. Maybe we'll include it here. I'm not promising anything. So if I come back next week and we just do Raw, Smackdown, NXT, it's just because I'm being lazy. So again, Kushida looks to be taking on Cassius Ohno as of next week on his debut. Looking forward to it, dude. Gonna be a hell of a match. Cassius Ohno, even though he's fucking, I can't talk shit about him being fat. Like, who cares, dude? He does his thing and he does it well. In our main event, or no, it wasn't our main event, but then our next segment was War Raiders taking on the Street Profits here. I don't know if this was for the title. I don't think this was for the title. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think it really was. It started off really hot with Street Profits doing some high flying fucking maneuvers and taking out War Raiders in the fucking, or the Viking Raiders in the aisleway there. This dude was really fucking fun match. Definitely. I would say, even though it was only 5 minutes and 58 seconds, I would say this is my favorite match of the week on NXT. I think this was fun just because like I think Angelo Dawkins and Monty Ford, is it Monty Ford? I think so. It's Dawkins. Yeah. Ford. Dawkins and Ford. Okay. Nonetheless, Street Profits are fucking, dude. I don't know. Their whole gimmick's fucking fun, dude, and they're fucking badasses in the ring. So I definitely, if somebody's gonna take the title off the War Raiders, I wouldn't mind seeing the Street Profits do that. So we saw in the main event of Mia Yim basically saying she wants to fight fucking Shayna Baszler too. So again, like just send them all out against Baszler, dude. Take him out, dude. Take him out, Baszler. NXT champion took on Roderick Strong here. This match went 13 minutes and 38 seconds. It was a good fucking match. Ultimately, it broke down with Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly getting involved. This prompted Matt Riddle to make his presence known. Roderick Strong, it looked like he grabbed. I think what happened was he grabbed the back of fucking Adam Cole, his hair, and Adam Cole, not seeing it necessarily, ended up kicking fucking Roderick Strong in the face, causing the win for Johnny Gargano. Obviously, he I don't know. It's not like the champion needs the help, but at the same time, it's causing dissension between Undisputed Era here. Roderick Strong walks off. I mean, it's kind of a, not necessarily a lackluster ending, but there wasn't a lot of crowd noise, definitely. But yeah, Roderick Strong walking to the back, basically just blowing it off and acting a little pissed off. I don't know. But Adam Cole and them just, again, dissension is going against, the Undisputed Era. Will they break up? Will they not break up? I don't know. Or is Roddy out or Roddy, not out? I don't know. It was fun, dude. And I mean, it gets us to the next pay-per-view, which I think, or the next takeover, which will be Adam Cole and Gargano. I mean, this way they may do a triple threat and throw in Roderick Strong. I mean, that's a feasible way of looking at it. Possibly that could be a way to include them. I enjoyed it. I'm enjoying NXT, guys. I'm enjoying NXT. I think NXT is always a joy for me every single week on WWE television, guys. Hey, that's the week that was professional wrestling. We got through it, guys. Oh my gosh, dude. Holy smackers. Dude, I hope you guys all have a wonderful weekend. We're going to see you guys next week. If you haven't had the chance, dude, oh my gosh. If you haven't gone back and listened to any of our 2 previous episodes that dropped here on Thursday and Wednesday, this week, we have Parker Jones on the podcast that no one listens to. He's definitely one of the more, one of the more talented comedians here locally in Yakima going today. So he's on the podcast, making his debut, I should say, on the podcast. So I definitely would suggest taking the time to check out that episode. Guys, we have the riff track of all riff tracks this week, The Shining. We dropped on Wednesday. If you have access to this movie, you should sync up our riff track to that movie. I really think it's worth your time. If you're down for offensive fucking jokes, damn guys, it's so funny, and it continues to be my favorite podcast to record is the In the Mouth of Madness, which this week we present The Shining. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know where to find us. Thank you for those 5 stars. Continue to press the 5-star button until it breaks. Until next time, peace.
Took it as a warning. She kicked the hive, now the bees are swarming. Now play the victim till the crowd stops forming. She got a history of making a scene, yeah. She telling stories, she got started she's